Local from WPTV. This is News Channel 5 at 11. Local coverage you can count on.
Eyewitness video of the inferno after a plane crashes shortly after takeoff from Fort Lauderdale's executive airport, killing all 3 people aboard.
Like a pop came from the plane, and then it dove straight down. It just fell like a rock.
Right now, investigators are poring over the wreckage of a twin-engine Piper Cheyenne aircraft, searching for clues as to what happened and why.
Good evening. The plane slammed into a warehouse area close by the airport. No one on the ground was hurt. Jeff Skrypek live on the crash scene tonight. Jeff?
Well, Michael and Shannon, we're standing right here at Northwest 51st Place and Power Line here in Fort Lauderdale, just about 100 yards away from the scene of where the plane crashed. You can see several charred vehicles remain on scene that were lit on fire as a result of that plane going down. You can also see several lights surrounding the scene as investigators prepare for what's expected to be a very long night as they sift through the wreckage to determine what went wrong. Thick black smoke billows into the air as flames erupt in this parking lot. It's the moments just after investigators say a plane flying out of Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport came crashing down.
It was like in a bank, and as it was banking around it, like a pop came from the plane, and then it dove straight down. It just fell like a rock.
Authorities say it was a Cheyenne 2 twin-engine turboprop, similar to this one in this photo. Inside it, friends confirmed a man who owned a local aviation company and his son who worked together. Also on board, another man friends say was a test pilot. Their names have not been released.
When I saw the news alert, I actually called a cell phone. It just went straight to voicemail. Terrible.
Ricky White knew one of the victims and says his friend was just about to get married. White showed up to where those on board the plane worked, hoping to offer support.
It's just, that feeling you get about somebody with a good heart. That was him.
And while investigators continue to search for why the plane went down, they do say it appears the pilot purposely steered the plane away from the buildings, saving lives of those working inside.
It looks like the pilot possibly tried to aim for that parking lot and land in the parking lot. Land, crash, whatever, however they tried to do it.
Now coming back out here live, you can see firefighters out here moving some equipment around, we're being told, trying to make some room for federal investigators who are expected to arrive on scene on Saturday. We also want to let you know we do know the names of the victims and where they worked, but respect for both the families and for investigators. We're going to not release those names until they give us permission. Reporting live in Fort Lauderdale, Jeff Skrypek, WPTV News Channel 5.
This is not the first deadly plane crash that happened near the Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport back in 2009. A plane slammed into an Oakland Park home after an apparent mechanical problem developed shortly after takeoff. The pilot tried to turn around to the executive airport, but he never made it back. The twin-engine Cessna sliced through a home. The pilot died in that case. No one was in the home at the time of that crash. Stay with News Channel 5 and WPTV for continuing coverage of today's deadly plane crash. We will continue to closely monitor the investigation into what caused today's crash and give you any new details about those on board.
Now your live Viper 5 forecast from the area's largest weather team, Storm Team 5.
It was a sunny but cool day across South Florida, and tonight temperatures are free-falling, already into the 40s in a few spots, and it's going lower. Here's a look at some of our current temperatures: 47 in Fort Pierce, 49 in Port St. Lucie, still lots of 50s, even some 60s around, but we will cool off for your overnight lows. This is the last weekend of winter for South Florida. I'll let you know when spring will arrive and what's in store this weekend coming up.
Steve, thanks. Bah humbug. That's what some people are saying right now about the attitude of a Boca Raton neighborhood association that wants kids to play or not play by a new set of rules. Evan Axelbank is there live to explain. Evan?
Michael, every homeowner here at the Boca Quay gated community, which is just off Federal Highway in Boca Raton, got this letter on Thursday. And the letter says that skateboards, rollerblades, bicycles, any ball playing equipment will not be allowed anywhere inside the gated community in the common areas. And the parents and kids here say that's outrageous. Blanca Dobius is 9. She's also what her HOA suddenly considers an outlaw.
People don't know what freedom is.
Here's her reasoning.
They wanted to play when they were kids, didn't they? So why can't we play? So I was so upset.
The rest are too, knowing that after-school playtime is in jeopardy.
We like to race around. We like to find secret hideouts, decorate them.
An angry parent emailed us Thursday's letter from the Boca Quay HOA that says safety and liability concerns prompted the board to ban most things with wheels in roadways, walkways, or common grounds. The property is mostly parking lot, but parents say that part of being in a neighborhood is that everyone living in it is a member.
Definitely there's a concern about safety, but, you know, there's no other areas for our kids to go.
They watch out for each other. They say car, they get out of the way. There's been no property damage. There's been no injuries.
We tried to get answers from several members of the HOA.
Can I ask you why you don't think kids should be playing here?
It's not about the kids.
What's it about? Roberta, can we just ask you a few questions?
There is no comment. Don't you understand?
Her husband, Fred, explained the side of the HOA and the management company tried it.
What do we have to do? Wait till a kid gets run over? That's what's going to happen here. Cars go through here very fast.
The letter also explains that the speed limit is being lowered to 5. Parents say that they're starting a petition. Children say their voices will be heard.
I think they don't understand that how much it means to the kids.
I spoke to a police officer who happens to live here in this community, and he says it's unlikely that the HOA can actually do anything to punish any of the children or parents for letting their kids play outside. He says it's unlikely that the children here will be hauled off to jail. He says it's most likely that it'll just be a matter of letters being sent to their homes. We're live in Boca tonight. Evan Axelbank, WPTV News Channel 5.
Attorneys for Wellington polo mogul John continue to appeal his conviction and prison sentence for DUI manslaughter charges. According to our partners at the Palm Beach Post, his attorneys have filed their final arguments for his appeal as the case gets ready to head in front of a district court of appeal. The argument will ultimately decide whether or not complaints of bad court rulings and juror misconduct during his trial last year are enough to throw out his conviction. Prosecutors will retry the caretakers of missing 4-year-old foster child Relia Wilson on a murder charge this time around. In January, a jury convicted Geraldine Graham of kidnapping and child abuse, but was hung on the murder count against her. A judge has now set a September trial date. Relia vanished in December 2000 from Graham's home, but her disappearance wasn't noticed for 15 months. Her body was never found.
Music lovers packed downtown Miami tonight for the Ultra Music Festival just one day after a giant LED screen fell, trapping 2 men who were preparing the stage for the festival. Today, engineers and safety officials inspected all 6 stages, gave the all clear for all the stages and gates to open this evening. The accident injured 3 people, 1 critically.
New tonight, reports that rapper Lil Wayne is in critical condition at a hospital in Los Angeles. This after he reportedly suffered a second episode of seizures within a week. According to published reports on Tuesday, doctors had to pump Lil Wayne's stomach 3 times to flush drugs out of his system. About an hour ago, the hip-hop star's tweeted, or someone for him tweeted, saying that he was fine and thanking everyone for their prayers.
Now, this is what's left of my saddle.
Scott Chanupa and his family picking up the pieces after their home recently destroyed by fire. The veteran firefighter says he never thought he'd have to battle a blaze under his own roof. Chanupa says he and his family escaped with only the clothes on their backs. After fleeing, he picked up a hose and began fighting the fire alongside his Indian River County firefighter colleagues. The family's 9-year-old dog, Pee-wee, did not get out in time. Tonight, local firefighters and community supporters teamed up to help the Chanupa family, and you can help too. Scott Chanupa's firefighter brothers are helping the family with a fundraiser raffle. To enter, head over to the Indian River County Firefighters Fair in Vero Beach and look for the Own It Now booth in the exhibition hall. For $5, you can try to win your choice of a living room, dining room, or bedroom set donated by Ashley Furniture.
Whatever money is collected will go to the Chanupa family. They can use it as they wish for themselves in their needs. They will also get one of the other furniture sets that is not given away, but the other person who won the raffle ticket can get that furniture, take it home, or they can do whatever they want with it.
A community coming together, the raffle taking place at the fair tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. For other information on how you can donate to help the Chanupas, log on to WPTV.com. Look for this story in our Scene on 5 section. Glad to see the community wrapping their arms around a family in need.
You know that they will.
Indeed. Their dream vacations come to an end, but not the way they hoped. Passengers on board another Carnival cruise come home after their voyage is cut short.
Plus, firefighters battling a massive blaze, one that is eerily similar to a deadly wildfire that destroyed hundreds of homes.
And why some local businesses are seeing green ahead of this weekend's St. Patrick's Day festivities.
WPTV News Channel 5 is back in 60 seconds. We are local coverage you can count on.